So we've had a tremendous year. We are having a tremendous year as we're 3/4 of the way through it. We've just announced our quarterly results and they are extraordinary. This is likely to be a record year for revenue performance for ITV. The growth in our performance has been driven by two factors, a combination of both linear and VOD. And so we're in a really positive frame of mind around how we are recovering from the pandemic. And we are very optimistic that what we're experiencing is more than just a cyclical recovery, that we've gone beyond that, that what we have is something that is sustainable and something that we can build on from 22 and beyond. Within that, for the VOD performance specifically, what we announced today is that we've growth of 54% in VOD revenue, which is an outstanding performance. And one which we are rightfully incredibly proud of. And that performance itself has been underpinned, I believe, by the rollout of Planet V and the extraordinary work that the team has done to establish Planet V and normalise Planet V as the go-to programmatic platform and workflow for AVOD in the market. I think as we look at it, as we stand here today, we have trained, certified, onboarded over 900 users. So we've got many of which are monthly active users. So we have a really high penetration in terms of universe of AVOD buyers. Those buyers are across over 200 buying points. So we've covered all the major agency holding groups, the larger independents, the regional agencies, and the in-house teams. And they have booked in excess of 5,000 campaigns across 900 advertisers. In any given month, 90% of ITV's inventory is managed through Planet V. And if you bear in mind that we only launched this product in October, launched it to the market in October of 2020, at this point, we now have 3 of the major agency holding companies running 100% self-service. Last month, 75% of all orders placed with ITV for VOD bookings were through the self-service portal. And this is a tremendous journey given where we've been. 12 months ago, ITV had 0 programmatic presence in the UK market. Based on our market insights, today we own and operate the 2nd largest programmatic video platform in the UK. And I think that is testament to the belief, the vision, and the ability to execute that we've pursued here at ITV.
You say it's tremendously exciting, and congratulations to you and the team for all their hard work. You also announced today a new dynamic creative solution. Tell us a bit about that. What are you looking to do there?
The way that we look at Planet V is we're only scratching the surface. It's the very beginning of a journey which we are committed to pursuing. So Planet V was the provision of automated self-service access to to buyers to enable them to buy and plan into ITV inventory via this platform. But as we entered that world, we were incredibly mindful that in establishing a willingness to participate in the programmatic ecosystem, that it was incumbent upon us to continue to innovate. So over the course of the last 6 months, while the kind of main product has been in market, my team have been in the laboratory developing, innovating, and looking to explore additional incremental or augmenting advertising formats that will further enhance our proposition. 3 weeks back, we launched a dynamic weather targeting proposition, which enables via a real-time ingestion of real-time weather, well, obviously a real-time ingestion of real-time weather data from weather.io, and will enable our regional advertisers to dynamically set campaigns live or shut campaigns down based on, obviously, temperature, precipitation, hay fever, pollen counts, things like that. So that's already getting a huge amount of traction from drinks brands, DIY brands, pharmaceutical companies interested in pollen remedies, hay fever remedies rather. And then, so that was 2 weeks back, and in less than 2 weeks after that fact, we've released the prototype dynamic creative solution, working with our partners at Cablato, the specialist in this area. Now, what Cablato is enabling us to do is iterate on in-frames or text overlays within the advertising format. Now, what this enables advertisers, or what this facilitates for advertisers, is that they can now be much more geo-specific, audience-specific, segment-specific in their targeting, without having to cut and shoot, a multitude of advertising treatments. the solution went live yesterday with the Army Reserves being our pilot client for this, and they are running 112 iterations on end frames that are day of week specific and designed to drive footfall to the local recruitment office for the Army here in the UK. Now, it is the way that we look at Kabbalah and the way we look at the dynamic creative solution is that these are agile principles manifest as advertising products within ITV, and these are not our heartland. You know, we are a legacy broadcaster. We are a well-established linear presence. We do a lot of things very well with regards to delivering mass simultaneous reach and driving brand awareness and brand fame. But in empowering ourselves by building out these solutions, whether in dynamic creative, we're starting to be much more agile, and that is enabling us to go after a different client base whilst also providing a much greater range of services to our existing client base.
Again, Rhys, congratulations are in order. I think that's a really fascinating solution. Give us a sense of the wider market. It's obviously, you know, as the pandemic has started to settle down a bit and as people have come out of lockdown, we've seen the economy start to resurge and the ad market has kicked back amazingly this year. What's your sense of how advanced advertising is developing in the UK? What have you seen this year in terms of progress?
So there's a real buoyancy in the market at the moment. I think most of the broadcasters will be similarly minded. This has been an exceptional year, and more so than just a bounce back from 2020 and the deep scars that were left from the pandemic. We are collectively exceeding the performance of 2019, which is a very positive year, kind of in our respective records. And the buoyancy has, in and of itself, created the sense of belief that we are, you know, both separately and collectively, in a great position to innovate and drive forward initiatives focused very much on addressability. So whereas we've obviously been pursuing the path with Planet V, and consolidating our addressable products into Planet V, Sky have obviously also been very busy, and I tip of the hat to the development of their one campaign solution, which is really smart. And I acknowledge the progress that they've made on that. And Channel 4 taking a slightly different path with the launch of their bidded solution for programmatic access to their inventory there. So collectively, we are all working in the same space, but we've taken different paths to arrive there. And I think for some time, we'll continue to explore our respective areas. Obviously, we have different strategic imperatives, etc. But it is really encouraging that we are aligned, that this is a space where innovation and progression is within our capacity to drive now.
Rhys, congratulations to you and the team for all that progress. Final quick question. What more can we expect from ITV in 2022? Any big thoughts on developments in the year ahead?
I think in 22, what's going to be really exciting is we'll have C-Flight live. So I talked previously around how each of the broadcasters in the UK are independently exploring the addressable space. What's really exciting is about how we've developed the capacity to collaborate. Working on agreeing standards and the methodology to get C-Flight live is it's a monumental task, and we're really proud of the work that we've done to align around that. I think it'll be game-changing for the industry here in the UK. Finally having a definitive methodology to establish the deduplicated reach of viewing between linear and digital catch-up content and stream content is what the market's been clamoring for some time. You know, there's been a real appetite to solve for this issue amongst the advertiser and agency community, as well as the broadcasters themselves. And finally cracking that feels like we've gone past a really significant point in proving our ability to collaborate. Beyond that, I think we'll see significant steps made forward in linear addressable. We've been whispering it for some time. We are already doing linear addressable on a very small scale within Planet V. A significant amount of the impressions that we have available to us to activate on Planet V come from live simulcast viewing via our ITV Hub app, and so we've been doing DAI into some of those streams for the best part of the year. We're going to see that significantly scale in 2022, and I'm confident that we're not the only broadcaster that's going to be heavily leaning into that capacity. And we'll see innovations in other space as well. I'm really excited around the work that we're doing with InfoSum. Data Match for us this year has been a brilliant product. We're seeing ROIs of £2.50 for every pound spent on data match. So creating further dexterity and utility in our data offerings is going to move the needle further. And then finally, just more left field innovation. We've got a couple of things in our pipeline that I'll be really excited to share with you in your, as we move into 23. I think you'll see that from ITV, innovation will be very much front and centre of our commercial proposition in 22.
Rhys, congratulations. It sounds like it's going to be another really exciting year next year.
Thank you.